Homegrown talent going at it for one of the biggest prizes in Robot Wars Omega, the Undisputed Ultimate Challenge Championship. Roadkill now comes in for a big slam down to Demolition EVO. Tonight on Robot Wars Omega Maximum Overdrive 3, the House Robots will rebel. It is the House Robot Rebellion. The House is fed up of the humiliation suffered at the hands of the House Robots, so in our main event, the team of the House will go up against Stinger's squadron of competitor hopefuls. A lot is riding on this for the House, as it was Stinger who put Virus out of commission earlier in the series. But I know what you're thinking. Hey, didn't you say last week that the winner of the Annihilator gets a shot at the Undisputed Ultimate Challenge Championship? Well, you're right. And that title match will be kicking off the show, as the Annihilator winners, Demolition EVO, will be taking on the now 3-time Undisputed Ultimate Challenge Champion, Roadkill 2, in what is bound to be a fast-paced opener. The House Robots this week are Toxic Seahorse and Rhino. Demolition EVO surely the underdog going into this, but can they shock the world? Let's go down to the arena and let's go into Overdrive. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate. And in the core patrol zone for the CPZs, we have Rhino and Toxic Seahorse who will be overseeing the action. And well, what an interesting Ultimate Challenge Championship match we have here. Normally, it's usually contested by big flippers, and the fight's often ending out of the arena flips, but I don't think this is going to happen this time round. I think this will either end in a judge's decision or an immobilization. And well, it is a battle between two very strong pushers, but two very different styles of pushers. The lifting shovel and the track drive, or the 4-wheel drive and the 4-bar lifter. Of course, Roadkill reminiscent of Storm 2 from real life Robot Wars, Demolition EVO. I guess sort of like 101 suicidal tendencies as well. But you know, in terms of the lifting spikes that the Series 4 suicidal tendencies has, this has got a lifting shovel. I guess you can compare it to Atlas as well from Robot Wars Armageddon and Lego Wars if you want. But anyway, Demolition EVO, self-righting very quickly. They do have streammate troubles, we have seen that in the past, but this has definitely been one of Demolition EVO, probably their best performance, winning the Annihilator. This is probably the biggest match of their career. But Roadkill, they've had many big matches before, and they are getting that lifting arm in underneath Demolition EVO, and they're pushing them into the CPZs. That is very good tactics there by Roadkill. Toxic Seahorse bringing down the spike. This match has also been contested by 2 custom machines as well. Like I said, the custom machines have just been getting better and better. And well, this very clearly shows 2 homegrown talent going at it for one of the biggest prizes in Robot Wars Omega, the Undisputed Ultimate Challenge Championship. Roadkill now comes in for a big slam down to Demolition EVO. We also have the tag team terror semi-finalists later on, so Roadkill will have to pull double duties tonight. But Roadkill, I'm looking to end this quickly here. They are trying to get Demolition EVO pinned up against the arena wall and using that 4-bar lifter. They have their second Ultimate Challenge Championship reign ended very quickly. They don't want that embarrassment to happen again. Demolition EVO able to get back down. Roadkill not able to pin them in place, but Roadkill flips up Demolition EVO again. And Demolition EVO upended himself right though. The streammate troubles hasn't occurred for them just yet, which is very, very good, especially for such a big match like this. Roadkill now comes in for another big slam. And another big slam! And Roadkill! Wow! What was that? I was saying I didn't think this was ending an Uta and out of the arena elimination. Well, Roadkill just proved me wrong. They look a bit shocked too. I don't think they were intending to get Demolition EVO out of the arena. But out of the arena they have slammed out the arena by that 4-wheel drive pushing power and speed. Cease. We've already experienced great drama in the Warzone already, as Roadkill 2 silences the challengers in absolutely brutal fashion, slamming Demolition EVO out of the arena. Well, let's keep the action going as we have an exhibition match between 2 flippers as Zero Gravity and Behemoth do battle. Both teams having agreed to this fight to prove their mettle. And who are we to stop them? Well, the reason these two want to prove themselves is that they'll be in the upcoming Champion of Champions tournament. Yes, the Champion of Champions tournament is back. It will be the final episode of the series, But these two, they want to, you know, prove themselves a bit before they go into the war zone for that title. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Yes, the Champion of Champions, all the major champions that we've seen since, well, Danton Kia won the Champion of Champions, will be battling it out. Of course, Behemoth, former tag team champions, that's how they qualified for it. Gravity. Even though they won the World Championships before Danton Kia won the Champion of Champions, they are still the reigning World Champions. So that, so yeah, I mean, that's kind of cool, I suppose. I mean, we've only ever had one World Championship. It's all been a bit dormant, but this redesign is very, very good. And they say it's a lot more powerful and a lot more lower to the ground these days. And trying to get a big flip there and onto Behemoth. Of course, the colours of the new Gravity, modelled after Gravity 4, their live show machine they had after Series 7. It didn't last too long, Gravity 4.5 actually. It didn't last too long, but the team are busting out the colours yet again here for Robot Wars Omega with this new build, Zero Gravity, and they're flipping Behemoth up and over. Behemoth, flip through the air. The flipper looks a bit flimsy to me. I don't know what you guys think. It looks a bit flimsy for my liking. Zero Gravity, able to self-right though. Like I said, all the way from the Netherlands. We've only seen them in the Rumble so far when they made that excellent return. Did pretty good, was eventually eliminated by Danton Kia though. Danton Kia probably getting a bit of revenge for Series 7 in that one, eh? Behemoth upended on their back, trying to use that shovel to self-right, and yes they do, but Zero Gravity, they're just getting in onto the Behemoth repeatedly, and eventually throws them out the arena, just like that. That was very, very easy for them. And Gravity, we know about Gravity. They are known as the bad boys of Robot Wars, going after Rhino. Rhino loses his horn. Rhino, I don't think they're going to like that at all. Rhino's like, hang on. We got House Rebellion later on. Rhino's suffering some damage. I mean, he can fix that. He's as tough as old Boots, or tougher. Oh, Zero Gravity gets slammed. Toxic Seahorse just watching on. They don't need to do anything. They know Rhino well enough at this point. Oh, Gravity. The bad boys of Robot Wars. Well, you should probably learn your lesson about going after the House Robots. But they get the win nonetheless. Cease. As Behemoth goes flying out the arena, we will ride on to our next feature on the card, and it is time for the Tag Team Terror Tournament semi-finals. The first of which being the Tag Team Terror champions Diamond Storm and Cyanide will be going up against Iron Brute 2 and Petrify. It's the battle between the bookies' favourites and the fan favourites, and I can't wait to rumble, and I'm sure you want to rumble too, so let's go to the action. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate. So here we go. Iron Brute 2 and Diamond Storm. Well, both machines have been rebuilt. They haven't actually lost a match, neither of them have, since their redesign. Iron Brute, of course, has suffered damage at the hands of Supernova in their last match, and Diamond Storm has flipped up Iron Brute. Iron Brute gets sent flying, and that is quite a heavy machine, a very heavy full-body spinner. Diamond Storm flips up Iron Brute. Iron Brute spinning about, Diamond Storm trying to get in underneath Iron Brute. Former runners-up, Diamond Storm are, they were runners-up in Freaka Series 3. Probably their best performance. They've always been a very impressive machine, has Diamond Storm. And this rebuild has been very impressive. Ow! Iron Brute crashing into me thumb. Now, I can confirm that hurt like hell. You ever had a giant plastic brick flying into your thumb? Yeah, well... Until only a few moments ago, I can say I haven't had that happen to me. Well, no, it hasn't. Ow, that really hurt. Iron Brute landing on the pulverizer. But the thing with Iron Brute is that it is this unstoppable brick. What can Diamond Storm do to stop them? They're invertible. They can't really do anything to handle it. It's got a melty brain design. Diamond Storm trying to stop them with the rear. Diamond Storm trying to flip up Iron Brute. And I think Diamond Storm, I think they're going to be tagging onto Cyanide. Maybe Cyanide will have a better shot at Iron Brute. Oh, big hit there. Very big hit. Diamond Storm hopping and bouncing. I guess like the least successful of the two. We've only seen Cyanide compete in one series, which is on Freaka. Got lost in the first round after, well, they got stuck to Spectre, and Danton Kia flipped them both out. It was very unfortunate. Now Petrify trying to get in onto Cyanide. Cyanide in the dustpan of Petrify, getting rammed into the arena wall. Cyanide, Petrify, having a very good showing here in a moment. Cyanide flips up Petrify. Petrified are upended out the arena they go. And well, that was very, very good stuff there by Cyanide. This episode's been full of out the arena eliminations, hasn't it? We saw Behemoth go, Demolition EVO go, and now Petrify. Cyanide now trying to handle Iron Brute 2. Iron Brute 2, they sort of have to handle these two alone. They sort of have to handle these two alone now. Cyanide gets knocked away, and that was a big slam there. That was a big hit, and another big hit, and another. Cyanide tags out, and now Diamond Storm gets to come in now. Diamond Storm, and looks like, well, Drunken Insanity's last match, we're ending how we started. Iron Brute trying to spin around, trying to cause more damage. Diamond Storm trying to flip Iron Brute out. Iron Brute managing to survive, and again, Diamond Storm now flips up Iron Brute, and again an Iron Brute. They are stuck up on their side. And well, will this be enough, or will they be saved by the bell? We don't have much seconds left. Iron Brute, Diamond Storm, and Cyanide just backing off now. They might be too little too late though, because we only have 5 seconds left. They weren't immobilized long enough. But, so it is going to go to the judges. Iron Brute 2, cease. Iron Brute 2, seemingly saved by the bell there, stuck up on their side. But it is going to go to the judges nonetheless, although I think this is very much a foregone conclusion. And the judges have made their decision. It didn't take long for them to decide at all, as they've given it to the tag team champions of Diamond Storm and Cyanide. Diamond Storm and Cyanide may have progressed to the Tag Team Terror Finals, but winning on a judge's decision, the team were unable to finish off Iron Brute 2. Could this be telling for later on? Well, it's all dependent on who their opponents will be in the grand final, as we move on to the second semi-finals, as Tornado and Roadkill 2 will be taking on Speed and Formula. Both teams have their own reason for wanting to take on Diamond Storm and Cyanide. And remember, Roadkill is pulling double duty. If either Speed or Formula eliminates Roadkill 2 from the match, surely that could put them in contention for a future Undisputed Ultimate Challenge Championship title shot. There really is all to play for in this high-stakes semi-final. Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate. And just imagine how great it would be if Roadkill 2 becomes a double champion of all things. That would be quite a sight to see. Tornado driving up the top of Formula, Formula getting in underneath Tornado, and Tornado gets flung across the arena there, and again. And well, this is going to look to be a very fast-paced match here. Two series champions. Well, Tornado, a series champion in Series 6 of Robot Wars, and Roadkill, the win, and Formula, winner of Series 1 of Robot Wars Omega. They won Series 1 under Rapid, that is. Roadkill's the only machine here who hasn't won a series of other real life or any FMRW series. They've only really competed in Robot Wars Omega. They did come second in Series 2. And Tornado tagging onto Roadkill, probably a lot earlier than expected. Maybe the wedge will deal with Formula better. Formula knocked up-ended, and Roadkill trying to lift up Formula. Formula up on their side. Formula trying to self-right there. Formula, they do have a history of exploding. As we saw, these two have already fought this series in that fatal 4-way #1 contenders match with Cyber Spinner and Endgame. That's happened already. Speed coming out, trying to help. Formula. Roadkill comes in with a good slam onto Speed there. Tornado's now coming out, and well, it looks like the rules have gone completely out the window. Tornado and Formula, Speed and Roadkill, and oh, Speed and Roadkill. This is the only one of the 4 pillars Speed has yet to fight. They're probably 2 for 1 against 4 pillars. Will they go 3 for 1, or will they go 2 for 2? Speed trying to flip up Roadkill. Look at this, the rules. The rules, come on, get back to your corner. Speed goes back to its corner. Tornado goes back to theirs. I think Formula tagging onto Speed though, maybe seeing Speed may have a better shot here at dealing with Roadkill. Roadkill coming in for a good slam onto Speed. Speed, they do have history with pushes in the past. They've beaten the likes of Torto Terra and Transpar in the past. Two very good pushers. Roadkill. Roadkill looks to be on their side. Tornado trying to come out, and Speed now trying to get Tornado up. Formula trying to act as a guard, and Speed has just side-stranded both machines. Roadkill on their side, and this is bad. The Ultimate Challenge champions on their side. Speed and Formula, well, that was mostly Speed. Speed just pins both machines on their side there. Roadkill can't get back down. Tornado can't get back down. And is this Well, it looks like they won't be getting the vengeance. Instead, we'll be getting the dream match of Speed and Diamond Storm with their tag team partners Formula and Cyanide by their sides. Cease. Speed looks to be on a warpath, side-stranding both Tornado and Roadkill 2. The two Mighty Flippers go through to the Tag Team Terror Grand Final, where they'll be meeting Diamond Storm and Cyanide. But now, it is time for our main event, and it is time for the House Robots to rebel. Toxic Seahorse and Rhino will be taking on Stinger's Squadron. Of course, captained by Stinger, Stinger is joined by Corrosive 3 and the new machine in the Scorpion series, Scorpius EVO. Will the competitors upset the house once again, or will we play the cards in our favour? Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1, activate. And well, this is going to be mad, and Stinger already gets a good hit there onto Rhino, and now Corrosive tries to get in the flip onto Toxic Seahorse. Scorpion and Corrosive trying to go at it, or Scorpius Evolution I should be saying. They're sort of an invertible grabber nowadays, Scorpius Evolution, trying to go after Toxic Seahorse. Toxic Seahorse brings down the weapon. Corrosive 3 comes in for a good attack there and flips up Toxic Seahorse. Stinger trying to rev up that spinning, whacking pendulum. Rhino comes in for a big ram and a slam. Stinger gets slammed there. Stinger trying to spin about. Rhino comes in for another big slam off the Stinger. Rhino, they have history of dealing with competitors. We remember their rivalry with Cyber Spinner last year, don't we? And Scorpius Evolution is probably the best we've seen Scorpion, actually. An invertible grabber. Well, there aren't any flippers in this match. Well, I mean, there's Corrosive, but they're on the competitor side. We don't have Crimson, so we won't be seeing the invertibility come into play. Not this match, anyway. Stinger trying to rev up that pendulum again, hopping and bouncing. Rhino now comes in for a big slam. Scorpius and Corrosive picking their battles here with Toxic Seahorse, but now Rhino comes in for a big slam onto both competitors, trying to help out Toxic Seahorse. Corrosive flips themselves up and over. Well, that's bad, isn't it? That's really bad. And look at that, Toxic Seahorse bringing down the weapon. Corrosive 3. Stinger trying to whack Toxic Seahorse away, trying to help Corrosive, I think. Trying to help them. Scorpius Evo. Scorpius, they seem to be in a lot of trouble now. Rhino has got them in a row and a slam here, and oh, one off goes one of us grabbing arms. This is very, very bad. It was looking good for the competitors until that moment. Although Corrosive 3 now trying to get Toxic Seahorse out the arena. Wouldn't that be a sight to see? If we saw Corrosive 3 knock out Toxic Seahorse on their back. Stinger, look at the madman that is Stinger. Toxic Seahorse, Stinger, look at this. This is an amazing, this is a great House Robot Rebellion. Great way to end the show. Scorpion. Oh, well, now we get to see the invertibility. They've been knocked up and over, but Rhino coming in with a slam. Corrosive upended. This has been a really good series for Corrosive, hasn't it? This has been a brilliant series. It's great to have them back. It really is. Stinger, oh, Toxic Seahorse's weapon is suffered some damage. Is Stinger going to decapitate yet another House Robot? Oh, look at that. The weapon bumped and bashed and bruised. I think Stinger did the damage there. Toxic Seahorse has been decapitated. Toxic Seahorse, you've lost your head. What is that music? What is that music? Do you guys hear it? No. Oh, it's Virus! It's Virus! Virus are back! Virus are back! They're going after Stinger! Well, look at it! Look at Virus! Virus are back! In Robot Wars Omega! Virus! This is amazing! Stinger in trouble now! And I think Stinger are going to rule the day! They mess with Virus! Look at this rebuild of Virus! This is amazing! Stinger! They're on the edge of the arena! Virus sends them out of the arena! They're out the arena! Corrosive now! Corrosive in trouble as well! And Virus, I think they're going to take Corrosive out as well! Corrosive dumped! And well, I think Scorpion looks out of it! Welcome back, Virus! Look at this rebuild! This redesign! They're showing themselves off. I think Scorpion are immobilized. Toxic Seahorse looks immobilized. They look bashed, battered and bruised. But look at this, and look at these two. Rhino and Virus united back together at last. Look at this rebuild of Virus. Oh, is it cheating? Is it cheating that we've done this? Oh, little do these machines know that was our plan the whole time. Cease. After a month of humiliation and embarrassment, the House Robots have long last stamped their authority down on the competitors. It did look bleak for the House Robots, but with the returning Virus back in action, we were able to turn the tide and crush the competitors. Welcome back to Robot Wars Omega, Virus. And let me tell you, after a fight like that, I think the competitors will be a lot more hesitant to roam into the CPZs. And well, that does it for another night of action. Don't forget to tune into next week as the Tag Team Terror champions Diamond Storm and Cyanide will be putting their titles on the line against Speed and Formula to conclude what has been a thrilling Tag Team Terror Championship tournament. And if you don't want to miss out on the action, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. And well, once again, thank you so much for watching. Welcome back, Virus. I've missed you, buddy. TBB, signing off.